There are multiple reliable data tools. Precisely the ones which we used was till now for the first migration project into from Teradata to Hadoop. So we in the team at that point in time were all SQL developers. We did not have much experience into Java coding or any programming language as such. So for people like us to train in Java and do the project was a very costly approach. So there was a tool available in market from Syngsort called DM Express. So these nowadays many GUI based tools have come up wherein the users don't have to write so many codes as such, just a drag and drop, and in the backend the code is auto generated. So the initial project which you worked, a tool like that is called DMX, wherein we define the data sources. This is the table, this is this table, we define the join, and in the backend a MapReduce job is automatically generated in Java without us writing it. So that way it became kind of easy because we knew the pipeline, we knew the SQL behind it, but we did not know how to put it in a Java format for a MapReduce program. So those tools took care of it. That is one tool, but that I don't think is extensively used. That was one of the projects that we used, and then I haven't seen it in the market as such. And there is this Teradata as such. There are multiple utilities in it. One of the utilities is called BTEC, BTEC script. We write BTEC script wherein we perform many operations there, like at the transaction level, at the roll-up level, we do it. So that is one of the methods in which we can perform the ETL transactions as well, transformations as well. And after that, then this it has been the SAS DI Studio, what I have been telling. This also is a tool which provides database connections across multiple RDBMS. It can connect to Oracle, Teradata, or SQL Server, SSIS, Hive, wherever the data is. This tool makes sure like you have a connection to one of those data sources and you can get the data from there. And once you get the data from there, you can configure where you want to put the data into. This is the source. One sink will be there. We can configure where the sink data is in. So based on that, we can perform the interoperation. And at the same time, the current market scenario is totally moving into cloud. They're moving out from standalone applications. So we do have a little experience in AWS as well, because this project makes use of AWS implementation. So this AWS, we can, so there is Azure Data Factory there, which is exactly a ETL tool, standalone ETL tool, like whatever I told, DMX or SAS DI Studio. The corresponding to that in cloud for AWS is as for Azure is Azure Data Factory. There we can create the pipeline, give the source database links, a target link where the data should go into, and the entire pipeline can be captured. So we have worked on these things, but precisely everyone these days are moving into, so everything is reliable, but at some point they don't want the performance cost to be taken to them. So when these particular standalone objects are taken, so we do have a team which takes care of migration. We have a team which takes care of maintenance. There is additional cost involved in maintaining the infrastructure. But in cloud, what we do is we just get the infrastructure. The Microsoft guys over there seated somewhere in the data center where the data is hosted, they take care of the maintenance work. The only task we need to do is we need to transform the data based on our business logic, put it into the table. Rest, downtime, migration, maintenance, everything is done by the those guys. So that overhead is lost, is less. And since those guys do it at a massive scale across organizations, the cost that is incurred to an individual organization is less. So there are monetary benefits, and at the same time, not much headache is there on the organization itself to maintain the infrastructure. So these days everyone is moving into cloud.